world? Literally, I just stopped the other reading, and I feel compelled to do another one because the energy feels so significant. Like, since yesterday afternoon and this morning's reading, there is just such a vibe, and it's so good. So, yeah, I feel like I'm tapping into someone. So let's call them those crowd favorites real quick, because I'm gonna dive in. God, Jesus, Grandma, Buddha, Archangels, all ascended masters, all of my benevolent ancestors, anyone that you're working and praying with, your God is a God to me. So let's just figure this out together. Let's unravel a mystery. I'm hearing hands that touch a lot of paper. Oh, interesting. I was getting this yesterday when I was doing my sitting meditation. I could really see someone very clearly. Okay, it's slightly different, but okay. Oh my god, these were like from the, yeah, okay, these cards want to come out again. Okay, so the comic and the siren. It's so funny, I always want to put them back in, but it's come out twice. It came out in this morning's reading, the one that I just finished. Okay, but hold on. Let me set these. I'm gonna put them back in. I'm feeling someone very particular this morning. Okay, Grandmama. Okay. We have the sword. Do I have the riddle for you? No. Okay. The sword. And the riddle wants to go back up. Okay. That's the thing. When the cards, if they want to come back out, they will. Just like if the comic and the siren wants to come back, it will. And I will accept. Oh, the kiss. Yeah, when I was picturing that hand, I'm really seeing and feeling, to be honest, a woman's hand. Now, what's interesting, though, is that we do have this riddle. Now, look, we got this, like, how many fingers are on there? Okay, there's 5, but I don't know. It looks like a claw. It's very claw-esque. The hands of contemplation, and this one is giving the indication of 3. Oh, no, it's doing a mudra. My bad. Okay. Oh, I'm hearing this hand holding in the kiss is like a mudra, but one that requires someone else's hand. Yeah, okay. So we have a hand that touches a lot of paper. It's weird. It's like I'm sitting behind this person. This could be you, collective. I feel like yeah, and sitting behind you, it's like I can see you getting ready this morning, or a morning. It does feel like this morning, because I can see you have like a work shirt on. Yeah, there's like a degree of like professionalism, like you wear something, you have to wear a certain type of clothing for work. it's definitely more professional. Like I'm seeing like work shirts, like ironed, crisp. There's something here about your shoulders. I feel like, yeah, the word professional, you're very professional. But what's so interesting is that as I'm sitting with you in the privacy of your space, of like your you-ness, where you're not having to be a professional, it's just you, a human being. There's things definitely weighing on your heart and on your shoulders. Yeah, there's like a lot of weight. But I don't think most people would realize the extent of it because, again, you're so professional. I would say private. You're open, but very discerning with who you share things with. Something has occurred. Hold on, let's get one more card for you in the energy that you're currently in. This weightiness. It's this card. The Poet. Interesting. This has been coming out a lot. Well, you see how they're holding this white globe, and but this is like reverse imaging, like when you do a negative. I hear actually that you have a history in photography or like cinema. Like maybe you took a cinema class or photography class. What is normally light filled, yeah, like your shoulders, is normally light. It's heavy, so there is this darkness. Well, I'm sensing that you're letting a lot of things go. A lot of things. A lot of things have not been working. I feel as though you're a person where there's always a formula. The word formulaic is coming through, but it's more just in the sense that you have this understanding of like applied application. Kind of what I'm saying, but like you receive certain results when you follow a formula. And based off of whatever career you have, I think this has been very true. And I don't think that things have necessarily been easy, but there's this way that you work, and I do feel like there is a high degree of success in certain aspects of your life. And there's something that's caused a stir. There's been a blow. Yeah, I'm seeing the Tower card from this deck. Oh, see, that's a little bit chilly. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Okay, so your energy is Temperance. But see, she looks forlorn. And see how this bird is leaving? One is staying, but definitely forlorn. Yeah, there's a real softness here. See, there's something I feel, I don't know what it is about the chest. I don't know. I can just see someone's shoulders so perfectly, but it's as though I'm sitting behind. but I feel like the weight, but there's like this delicateness. Yeah, I feel like you're sitting at your desk right now. You're getting ready for work, but like, okay, there's an 8 of Wands. Okay, so there's movement. Okay, well that's good. Oh, are you actually moving? Or are you, okay, hold on. Okay, is it this card? Okay, well, which one goes first? Okay, well, let's look at this one. Oh, the 9 of Swords to the 9 of Pentacles. To the 10 of Pentacles. What's going underneath the 9 of Swords? The Sun. Okay. The birds are here. They're getting spicy. Good morning. Queen of Wands. Okay. I feel like Stella's getting her groove back here. The 6 of Pentacles. And we got like the Scales of Justice. The Knight of Cups. Okay, real quick. Let's read the Sword. $189. Ooh, maybe you were born in 89. The knife, the blade, the weapon. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made, and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, okay. Yeah, I feel like you walked away from someone. I feel like this is a divorce. But again, the thing about language sometimes, like, it just kind of it sounds like divorce is really shitty and painful. Like, breakups are really terrible. Like, no matter how many times you say it and talk about it, and like, yes, we all go through it, but like, it is so personal. It's really personal. It touches your heart. It weighs. Okay. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. The moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourself. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. Oh, I love that. Boundary making, prioritizing, and clarifying are all gestures made possible by the sword. The sword is a metaphor for the pen and the brush, the artist's fierce and graceful tools. Contemplate the Buddhist philosophy of the first and second arrow. Swing the sword once with precision and commitment. More than that will be painful for everyone involved. Okay, so the riddle. $171. The puzzle, the question, the mystery. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, There must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it. Neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually, you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may in fact be the only reality there is. Who am I? The only way to work with a riddle successfully is to not work. Ponder these koans. The coin that's lost in the river is found in the river. If you meet the Buddha, kill the Buddha. Okay, so we have the kiss. The touch, the chemistry, the sex. Before a first kiss, the air is electrified. Each breath is alive with possibility and magic. What will their lips be like? Their tongue? Do they want me in return? The archetypal energy of the kiss is a heightened sensation of merging with other, of letting in what was moments ago separate to become one. It is risky, but beautiful business. Oh, I love that line. It is risky, but beautiful business. Every time I read that line in the kiss, it always gets me. Fucking beautiful business. Exactly. These moments forever change us as we move past the solitary self towards union and acceptance. This card suggests true intimacy is around the corner, which requires bravery and surrender. When the kiss takes a non-human form, it may be experienced as touching the sacred, hearing a whisper, or being graced by a divine being. You will recognize the presence of the kiss by cold chills and an awakening of the heart. Intimacy is multi-layered and requires a reflection. Revisit what you consider to be sensual, taboo, acceptable, shameful. Write down the story of your first kiss. What was changed in that moment? Okay, well, let's get to the poet. Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay. The artist, the witness, the truth teller. The poet's work is to feel immensely and not be afraid. They must seek out truth in the darkest corners of the world and carry it back for all to see. This unique capacity resides within us all, regardless of our relationship to creativity. When the poet energy is present, there is a call for deep honesty and reflection, for seeing the big picture within the little one. The poet rides effortlessly between the personal and universal. It's possible that others may not seem to listen or care about the poet's work, but do not be discouraged. The words of the poet ring true for centuries to come, soothing the wounds of despair and violence that captivate our world. The poet's work is never finished. Find your voice and trust the wind will carry it. The poet is related to the shaman and the bridge. These archetypes hover in the meeting place between the everyday and the sacred. It's likely there's a poem or poet that was meaningful to you at a young age. Revisit and reread it now. Be open to its message. Okay. So, person that I'm really feeling. Hold on. Now the wind is a bit distracting. 1 second. Oh. Yeah. Hot, cold, hot, cold. Okay. Yeah, something significant has happened. You know, for some people, like my life has been wild. since day one. But for some people, it's like you're on a pretty steady trajectory and life's pretty good. You feel like you're hitting all the quotas and all the markers, the stages of life, with, yeah, like a couple little smatterings of, but then it's like something really big and catastrophic happens. So, again, it's not that I sense that you haven't had you haven't had difficulties. I just see you as someone who is on a trajectory. Again, I'm hearing like quotas and like hitting the markers, like check, finished school, got the degree, check, got the master's, or like or like check, bought the house, check, met the person, got engaged, got married. Like there's something here about like kind of societal markers and being like on this trajectory. And as we do, and something, well, I think there's like a couple things, but there's like one big thing and then a smattering of things, but huge impact. And like true to life, when we experience really out of pocket kind of experiences, or just like when it's fast and sudden too, like you come home from lunch early and you discover that your spouse of 16 years is like screwing their secretary in your bed. Like, do you know what I mean? Like something where you're just like, I was just running home for lunch. You did not see it coming, right? Like all of a sudden it's just like, you woke up, you went to work, and then you came home and something was forever changed. And that can be so many things, right? So I feel like this has already happened, but you're in this aftermath. And so like, I can see you getting ready for work, but something has shifted about you. The way that you navigated the world before, the way that the rules that you lived and worked by feel different. You're a very thoughtful person. A lot of time and attention goes into things. And I'm seeing with work, like with your hand touching all this paper, with your work as a required methodicalness, a lot of information. But it's like your inner landscape has really, it's like the tectonic plates shifting. Like something has shifted so much that like what once was like a whole country is now divided. Like it's so big. And so I see this like, there's this like quiet reclusiveness that when you're at home sitting in the stillness, yeah, you must have just moved out. I think this is like a divorce or even a death. I just see you in a new place and a new morning rituals. Like when you have a wife or like a spouse or a long-term partner, the way that you get up in the morning, you have routines together. I'm seeing you alone and creating new routines, but you're spending more time with yourself. And I see you trying to mentally prepare for the day because your job is very serious. But what is also very true is that your inner landscape is very serious because the way that you've been impacted, you're a human being. You're not just your career or profession. Do you know? Like sometimes I think we forget that, where we're like, I'm an adult, I'm this job. And so we go out and we perform that to the best of our ability. And there's truth in that. But at the end of the day, whether you're a man, a woman, a person, it's also like going back to like, I think it was in this morning's reading, but like we all fear being rejected. There's all these like little kid aspects of self that just like, and also when we don't know what to do, these really big life things happen and there's no guidebook. And then the world also just continues to keep worlding and living, and that can be jarring as well, because your whole world has been upended, and yet everyone else is just like another day. So I see you as, in some ways, using work to kind of busy yourself, but you're seeing that that also doesn't work. So you're in this beautiful space of, yeah, there's like a quieting and a finding a balance where you're like, I have to still go out into the world and perform these tasks. And I see you as being, again, the word professional just keeps coming through. So I see it as like, you really, people hold you in really high esteem and in high regard. And you're someone who really, truly has like a code of ethics and values that you live by. It's really important for you to show up and to do the best that you can in a day. Some, I think, in your field might, just like with anyone, you know, in any job, you can bring as much to it or as little to it, but it's really important for you. You take a lot of pride in that. I see you as someone who takes a lot of pride in self. You're really giving. You're very generous. I think that's also what came to bite you in the ass. Yeah, because we're also seeing this generosity here, but the scales. I think you pour too much into people, or like this relationship. So you let some things go, and then I do see it was like a physical move. You moved out. You're in a newer location. And I think initially, and still, I think you're finding it hard to adapt to the new space. That happens, especially if you've like been living with someone for a really long time. There's something about the silence sometimes of when you go back to living alone and setting things up the way that you would want it. But you're finding your groove, but like, you can see you're still wearing, I think, the wedding ring. Like it's over, but like, sometimes you just have to do it in increments, right? Like, God, if you've just like packed up, moved, and like started the divorce proceedings, like sometimes it's just like, we're sentimental. We hold on to things. Even when it's done, it's just like, there's a process. But we're seeing you in this journey where like, you're getting your groove back. And also because of your professionalism in your job, like I feel like financially, you're fine. So that's like one thing you don't have to worry about right now. Your nails, yeah, there's something about your hands. Your hands are perfect. I can feel that hand holding your hand. So with the Ten of Pentacles and the Sun, to the Queen of Wands, to the Six of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, so, and with the kiss being here, like true to life, when everything couldn't be possibly worse in terms of timing, in terms of your life, like all the things, you're going to meet somebody. Now, again, it doesn't have to take off at rocket speed, but even like, you know, when you're just like, you're so deep into, again, kind of like the wreckages of the past, like, because it's just occurred, like you're looking at still like the burning, crumbling, whatever, it's still very, you know, like when there's been a fire, and even after the firemen have put out the fire, there's still like a big smoky rubble. It still feels like that. It's very fresh. Even if it's been a year, like, shit takes time, you know? I always like to rush things. Things take time. So, yeah, I just see you as feeling like you're not even looking, And I see you being really uncomfortable because someone just kind of, boop, just like I see this as like your move, but also like someone just like, boop. And again, it may take a while for this to take off, but like it's like enter scene, enter stage, you know, like the new character is like, they still have to enter. Even if it takes like 10 years before you guys smooch, the character still has to enter the scene. And I see this as the person you will have what you thought you had with that other person. Because what I'm really sensing is you come from a background where family culturally is very important. And not to say that you can't come from places culturally, you know, like for so many different people, family looks very differently. So it doesn't have to be a traditional family. It can look like whatever you want. But in the way that I'm reading this energy, it feels like you come from a family and a culture where this is really celebrated, and you on your own also really value this and want that for yourself. I think you really thought that you were going to have that with the other person, or with something about your life before. And you might actually just like, yeah, there's something about your collarbones. Like you might, when you're stressed, like rub your shoulder like this, or like you have like a necklace or something that you fidget with. But this person, really, see how soft this yellow is? Again, it's not like the midday hot sun, you know, like again, Australia, you know, like just burn your retinas off, give you skin cancer. This is like a soft morning sun, and it's hiding a little bit. So I feel like this person has warmed you enough that you're willing to take a peek. Because here we see the energy before you. You do not want to take a peek. You have all these other eyes, and like you're wearing this old wedding ring, and you're anxious, and you're like not looking. But this person who's like dropping in, it's so soft, and you're like, and I don't think you're really giving much of an indication, but inside, this soft, warm yellow is starting to like her head is like a flower. Yeah, there's this like soft opening. See? And then it's opening you up. You're getting your groove back. You're the Queen of Wands here. And see how we see this beautiful sunflower, but it's actually more in the moonlight. Also, you are a peacock, but see how your tail's down, but we can still see the beauty? You don't need to be peacocking to know how stunning you are. I also believe that you guide a lot of people. Just like how moths are guided by moonlight, there's something about, it's weird, because with the sword, I get two really strong energies with you. Like again, when I tap into like the professional, or this very analytical, formulaic, lots of information, I don't know, I just see like crisp work shirt, sitting straight, very serious job. And you are a person that has to make decisions throughout your day for work. And so you are well versed and well equipped to make, not snap, but again, to yield the sword. If the sword needs to chop down, you chop down. But in your personal life, but even in work, I see your softness come through. I do. But you're this beautiful mix of, you just have a very beautiful heart, to be honest. Yeah, it's an interesting interplay between like, on one hand, I can see you being all business, and when you're hurt, being a little bit more like brusque and curt, or like very chip chop. But I really do kind of get a Queen of Cups energy. You don't have to be a water sign, but I just see your heart. Yeah, like your chest, it's this whole area. You have the capacity to hold a lot. You have the capacity to give a lot. And even though your job is very analytical and can be considered cold, you really also, you are this light. See? And like this Queen of Wands, it's not beautiful for all to see, but you guide, and it's so gentle and soft. And you like to champion and pour into others. So what I see is though, is this person enters your life and it makes you uncomfortable. I think they also make you uncomfortable because I do think it's like completely different worlds. You're about to discover the weird trick of life of like, the things, our heart's desires sometimes come in packages, like we think we know, and you're about to receive all the things that you really wanted. It was just the wrong environments, the wrong people. But I'm telling you, this person is really, there's such a softness about them, but such a difference to who you normally deal with, or who you're attracted to, or who you've been with. And I'm telling you, when I look at this hand, this is like, it's so soft. I know exactly what this feels like. And you don't need to hold on to someone tightly to convey passion or the love. It's the energy that goes through. So, okay. I'm hearing the cat. I'm hearing the words cat, bro, and back to cow again. Cat, bro, cow. Okay. So, who is this person that is like this soft golden yellow that you're just kind of warming your whiskers? Yeah, I feel like it's just like a sun where you're like this cat that has just been through a time, and you're just like, without realizing it, but like you're just warming your little whiskers, raising your chin to it, and opening up. But little do you know. Oh yeah, see, the Five of Pentacles. Oh, yeah. You're really left out in the cold. And I feel like this is how you, like, this is what I'm feeling, sitting behind you, is like, you're still in this energy. Because I feel like this person has either been on your radar or is about to be on your radar. Okay, so tell me about this person. Let's focus on that. Okay, so the person who's this like warm golden sun, oh, the world. See, they come on the coattail of an ending and are the new beginning. The old world is done. This is a new beginning. This person also truly thinks the world of you. That's the thing, the stark contrast of when you meet people who truly admire you and respect you and bring such honorable energy to the connection. There's something here about her wig, old-timey. There's something very traditional here. Now again, I'm speaking to all different types of people. Traditional can look so many different ways. I am seeing this as like, well, for instance, like I always say, like people on appearance look at me and look at the ways that I identify in the world, and they go, oh, this person is this, this, and this. And those are true, but I identify as actually very traditional. Yeah, there's something here about traditions. And going back to being very different. One of you is going to be a lot more different than the other, maybe in appearance or by by the external gaze. But the inner landscapes, the two of you are like two peas in a fucking pod. Queen of Swords. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Is this you or is that person? Oh, it's you. See, again, you've kind of removed yourself. You're way up, but you're looking. See, I feel like you've put yourself into a safe position, a vantage point to observe this person. And you have all your bird friends, because again, that sword, you might also be an air sign. You could be a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. You don't have to be. But that energy, again, of the analytics, you believe in observation, that if you observe something long enough, that the information that you seek will be revealed. So, you're watching, and you're getting warmed, because like you're sitting on this big golden hot air balloon. Yeah, you're the emperor. See? And that sun, this person's warming you. And everything is about you being way the fuck up. Like you are isolated. See? Like you're way up in the mountains in the forest, you know? And even this is a building, but like, see? Up, 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 up. And here you do look tired. You've seen some bullshit. And see, again, this is what I mean about you. You're very composed. There is an elevation here in terms of status. I really do believe you have a job that's a bit more official. This emperor's decorated, so I feel like you've really worked hard. You have a lot of external success and achievements. But what we learn sometimes, some of the lessons when you've been one of those people where you've hit all those markers and you think, oh man, I just followed the formula of life. Like you just do this and then you get this and then you do this and then it's like, no, but then life happens and shows you that like sometimes what you think to be true is not true at all. And so, yeah, it's really put some bags under your eyes. But you're observing from your higher vantage point. You're looking beautiful. Okay, so how does this person make you feel? Because I do feel like you feel a little bit uncomfortable. It's out of pocket for you. You don't know what to do with it. And also because, like, I'm getting such, like, what I was even saying yesterday, like real life, but also, like, normal. Like, someone who probably wouldn't even be watching a tarot card reading, or, I don't know. There's just something like the world in which you normally attend to. Because, like, think about it. The whole world is made up of a whole bunch of different people, and we all have different experiences, and our experiences of the world and our communities is, like, overlapped. So I just feel like you come from a certain type of world, and that has been shattered. And so now, this person who's, like, maybe on your radar right now, or is about to be, I think what's challenging you is these different feelings. And because you like to play by the rule book or a certain type of rules that you've navigated your whole life, you're like, I don't know what to do with this. Yeah, there's no rule book anymore. And you're also like, who the fuck can I trust? Ah. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, see, you're looking into them. You're intrigued, though. Again, you have beautiful hands. And see, look at the officialness. Yeah, ooh, I just got shivers. Yeah, you're all dressed up, just like the kiss. Oh, remember the cold chills? Yeah, you're looking into it. But see, you got off that big hot air balloon way off in the mountains. See, now you're in the jungle. You're up close. Oh, you're like a feral cat, just like how I got Chicken and Blackie and the rest of the gang. Yeah, an animal's a little bit wild. You gotta just be patient. So again, in the softness of this light, yeah, there's something about this person's softness and the fact that they're not like, and I think because you have an elevated status, I think that by society standards, you're attractive to all. I think you have a career that would again be societally accepted and venerated. So the people who normally approach you, I think, are also a little bit more direct, aggressive. Like, there's something about the way that people normally approach you, which is like fine, it's neither here nor there. But the way that this new person, no one's ever, not approached you. I don't think this person is approaching you. I think they're just being the sun. Do you know what I mean? They're just like going around being a soft glow, just loving, just vibing. And they're just being their authentic selves. And because they're authentic, that's the thing about authenticity. Just like how truth resonates. Like when something's real, it resonates as such. So, and then you can trust that because you're like, oh, this person's the real deal. But like you're down off the mountain. Oh my God, you're off the clouds, down the mountain. You're in the jungle. You're taking a closer peek. Oh, I love this. Okay, so now that you're really having a look-see-loo, you're peeking hard. You got it with the magnifying glass. You're right in there. 6 of Cups. See, this is what I mean. So now, going back to that 10 of Pentacles, because we're seeing the two families. There's something, this person has captured you, but I think this is what's making you feel so uncomfortable, because it's juxtaposed, and it's contrasting this recent past of heartache and loss, and also where you're like, I thought I knew this person. I thought I had a family with this person or these people or whatever that looks like. But there's these little seeds in your heart where every now and again, where I can see you're trying to get ready for work, you're sitting, and there's these moments of like allowing yourself to dream, to fantasize a little bit. But with that comes sadness. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're going back and forth between the two worlds, because when you start to fantasize about the new thing, it still has this tail that's kind of connected to the past to be like, ouch. So there's kind of this leaning forward and then being like, ouch, lean back a little bit. But then the new energy is so good, but you're like, okay. And then being like, and then going in and then being like, oh, ouch. And then feeling really uncomfortable because there's no rule books. And I think you like rules a lot of bit, to be honest. You love rules. But there's a part of you that doesn't, because also, what didn't I say? What was there about photography? Okay. So, how does this sunshine person feel about you? Okay, wait, hold on. Or does sunshine person know about you? Maybe not. How does sunshine person potentially feel about you? 10 of Cups. Oh, goodness. Oh, beautiful. I'm telling you, there's a family here of some kind, even if it's just fur babies. Family feels very important here. Okay, so, Madame, how are you gonna approach this person? Because I feel like it's you. It's on your terms. How are you gonna approach this person or this situation? What's your, the moon. Well, you're in your feelings. I can feel that. Yeah, I can feel your feelings. You got a lot of feelings, but there is this warmth. yeah, you're very private, but man, going back to, again, the Scorpio energy, there's so much depth. Like, that actually feels like an understatement. And I feel like you're really comfortable in your own depths, as a Scorpio would be. Like, yeah, you know the depths of yourself and how you feel. And I think you're really comfortable with it being very private. Yeah, I think, to be honest, I see a lot of fantasizing. And it doesn't even have to be sexy fantasizing. It's just dreaming. Following the threads of the heart's desire. Even if it's just about being curious and being like, what if? What would it look like? I wonder what this person is like. I wonder, like, it's the gentle, like, it's, yeah, this is not full, this is like, it's delicate. Okay, so how do you see this person? The King of Swords. Oh man, where's that Sun card? What did I tell you? See? They draw you out. But see, he's the King of Swords. He's so soft. Like, he's not even, like, it's in the sheath. And he's just, like, standing there. It looks like he's posing for a beautiful picture. You know, he's got on a beautiful outfit. So you see this person as well as very sharp, but soft. Someone who's not afraid to use their own observations. Also, the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, again, there's a code of ethics, values, and using that discernment to, like, make decisions and to be, like, there's not a lot of wiggle room. And I think you love that. There's a real mental connection here. And I don't know if I think you look back on the past and you see now that what you mistook, you just thought that you were being seen before and understood. And now you realize that you weren't actually really being seen for you, but this person sees you for you. And because, again, like, see, this person isn't, not attacking, but I just feel like you're used to people who are really, like, take the lead and want to take charge and just go after you and pursue you. This person doesn't want anything from you. They just want you to be you. And they want to see you being you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they don't require anything from you. And because they don't require anything from you, it's exactly like this energy. When someone is just open fist to be like, you can come, you can go, you can stay, whatever you want. I'm not gonna hold. Like, if you want to land on my hand and, like, hang out, great. I would love to see you. You know, like, there's this really, it's the soft, gentle approach, but it's coming from someone who's normally, out of all of them, like, the harshest, but not with you. Their soft yellow golden sun. Oh my god, this reading has gone on for so long. Oh my god, 53 minutes. Are you kidding? You're gonna slowly approach. See, this is the leaf horse. But look, you got gussied up. So look, we got you all the way from way up in the, like, the ethers. And you're the Queen of Swords. We saw that. Yeah. I just heard heart. What song? What About Love? Is that it? I don't know. I don't know that song well enough, but it just started to come through. Okay, but we got you way in the sky, down from the mountains, down the trails of the forests, down into the jungle. And because we see you get your groove back. And you got your little top hat on, you got your party shoes on, you got a beautiful dress, you're looking gorgeous. Now, see, this is a bit fantastical. You can't really get too far on this, but you're going very slow. But this is the thing. This guy, all the time in the world. All the time in the world. All the time in the world. Because it's just going to blossom. This is very... Okay. Quickly. Oh my God, Grandma, we got to wrap this up right now. Jesus. I thought we were like 20 minutes. Okay. See, you're still a bit stormy, but look, you've pulled up your anchor. You're gonna follow the star, the light of this person. See, even with all your bandages, your wounds, your storminess, but look, the sky itself is clear. You got some sadness still, but that's okay. See, but you're peaking, and you're gonna move towards this person. You are. Oh, I just love it. Okay. So then what? I feel like this is a beautiful relationship about to take off. Oh, Lady Justice. Oh my God, you know I love to see it. The gold. Yeah. I don't know. There's something official about this. It's gold. Yeah, the colors that just keep coming through is a soft gold and yellow. And see how it's truly balanced? For once, this person, everything that you give to each other, it's reciprocated. If you feel like you've just met your best friend, and this person, they feel the exact same way. You're their best friend. They're your best friend. If you feel like you're truly, madly, deeply in love with this person, it's reciprocated. It's so equal. I know from my own experience, like not every relationship has felt like that. It can be really all over the place. But this is really like, and the key words are just like, it's honorable. Both of you deeply, deeply admire and respect one another. And it's, I just keep saying open fist. It's just soft. It's like, I don't require anything from you other than to just be you. You know, I delight in you, and you delight in me. Beautiful. Okay, gang. Well, just gorgeous. Just beautiful. You know I love to see it. I just filled my heart. Okay. Well, on that note, go slowly towards that person to get your smoochie. I feel great about this. The timeline, who knows, but this is what I'm seeing. Okay. Stay blessed, stay golden.